Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Beautiful Sunday morning.
It's a beautiful Sunday morning. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Ain't nothing like a little Sunday stroll.
Yep, we are heading into town, guys, because we are about to get a minimum of 7 days of rain. 7. And some days are heavy, some days are light. But it's about to get on like Donkey Kong.
If there was ever a day to prepare and try to get ready for being trapped on the mountain, today is the day.
Yeah, so we're going to run out and get some supplies. It seems like we've been doing a lot of that lately.
It's my 3rd day in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I need to go to Walmart. I need to get some water. I'm also trying to get some stuff to stop that hot water heater leaking.
Yep.
Because I'm about to move that hot water heater to a different wall and do the walls and stuff inside the pump house. So I disconnected it today. I still got water in the house, just no hot water right now. Disconnected, brought some parts with me and stuff because we just kind of piece that thing together because it's kind of a messed up situation the way they got that.
Honestly, I agree.
It's first of all, I think it's very unnecessary. You really could just put some things in there that you could take off and call it a day. But
yes,
it is what it is. The problem is Lowe's and places like that are very limited with that type of plumbing stuff, and I haven't really found a plumbing store that has what I need either. So, and ordering it online is almost an impossibility. You're never going to get exactly what you're looking for because I'm not a plumber, so I don't know to say I need this rickety rick, and I need this, and I need a 3/4.
I need a 3/4 male threaded to a 1/2-inch female slip.
and don't forget to send the what's happening. So I brought that. We're going to try to figure that, and I have bought every O-ring known to man.
Plus all the kits.
Yeah, and plus all the kits. I literally got like 5 O-ring kits trying to get the right size O-ring for this thing. And yeah. And then I looked online to where you order the thing, and they don't just sell an O-ring. They want you to buy the whole kit again, and that's like $250 or some junk like that. It's a stupid amount of money. And so basically, if I don't find what I need today, then I've got some high temperature silicone for automobiles.
I remember that.
And that's going to be the new gasket if this doesn't happen once I put it in place. So yeah, dealing with that. And then Mike needs to go to Lowe's today and get some materials.
Yep, I did get a little bit ahead of myself when I went to buy the insulation the other day, and well, after reading all the comments, you guys jarred my memory, and obviously I'm supposed to run some electrical wires and boxes and stuff like that before I put the insulation in.
Yeah.
So we need to go back into town and do that.
You can do it after the insulation, but it's a mess, and it messes up your insulation. Then you end up having gaps in your insulation, and blah da da, blah da 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 da.
And I also, thankfully, they didn't have what I was looking for the first time, because I would have ended up buying the wrong thing. My walls are 16 on center, but my roof trusses are 24 on center. So thank you guys so much for if it was you who pointed that out in the comments.
Was it you? Was it you? I put a video out yesterday on cmonhomesteading. It was a banger, guys. There was a lot to do.
Man.
A lot to do, a lot going on. As you can see, I think this is the first one that we have recorded in the Chevy in a minute.
Oh, back in the heavy Chevy.
Yep, and I'm sitting here at about 60 right now, just vibrating. Of course, I haven't heard a word from Chevy since I left, and I don't think I'm going to hear anything from them.
You know, I really hope you don't have to take it to another Chevy dealership
And start the process all over.
I really hope they do right by that.
I hope it ain't out of sight, out of mind type situation. But it ain't going to be able to work for that because Monday morning I'm calling. And they're going to hear from me about 3 times a week until they get me a transmission. The best way to not have to deal with me is do the job. And then you ain't got to worry about it no more. I did start off drinking coffee this morning, but I I needed something cold, so I ended up giving Mike my coffee, and I got a Monster. But I have switched to coffee for the winter.
Punch bug.
Oh, punch bug can't punch back. Oh, you didn't say can't punch back.
I didn't say no punch back.
He's a little rusty. I almost gave it away for him.
Yeah.
But I did buy me a new coffee pot and everything, because I've had old coffee pot.
That's a nice coffee pot you got too.
Yeah, I got me a little bougie one.
Oh, fancy dancy.
Fancy. It does the coffee pot or the Keurig on the side.
In case you just want that old one cup.
Which I'll be buying some Keurig stuff and the reusable one.
Oh, with the rubber.
Yeah, because I don't drink a lot of coffee, so a lot of times I just want one cup, and instead of making a whole pitcher of it or whatever, it's better for me just to go ahead and get that old single cup action. What else we got going on? Yeah, pump house is fitting to be a big thing. I wanted to burn that big old pile today. I don't know if that's going to happen, because as we are going to town, our list is getting longer and longer and longer.
You were just telling me, like, all we got to do is we're going to make this one stop, but I do got to stop here, and I do need to look at that, and don't forget about Walmart.
And I need to go to the phone store, because my phone, when I was out recording that last short I put out on Come On Homesteading on the 4-wheeler, and where y'all see me run over the 4-wheeler, it would have worked out fine if there wasn't a stick hanging at the bottom of it and knocked it over into the water. And now my speaker's cracking, and my text messages are not alerting anymore. And I've checked all the alerts, everything's on, everything's Gucci, so I don't know. And also, whenever I got this phone, because my other phone was having issues, they said that they had a plan where I could trade my phone and get this phone absolutely free. That is not the case. They have been charging me for a phone for the last 2 months, so I've been needing to go up here and
straight it out.
Yeah, I don't want to do it by phone. I want to go look the one in the eyes that told me to lie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, remember me?
Huh.
Yeah. So,
remember that free 50 you told me about?
Yeah. So we'll be addressing that. Also, little supplies, little odds and ends stuff. I'm good on groceries. I'm really good on gas. I did throw one gas can in the back just to fill it up while we're over here in the cheap town.
Yep.
And my truck's almost full.
Oh, and just so you know, the gas is cheaper over the one by Walmart. It's a little bit cheaper than this one up here.
The one by Walmart?
Yeah, the one by Walmart.
They're both by Walmart.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
They're both Walmart gas
stations. The one on the other side of Russellville.
In Russellville.
The one actually in Russellville.
Yeah, not Danville.
Not Dardanelle.
Dardanelle. Yeah.
I'll get it right eventually.
The one over there by Walmart. You know, the one where the Walmart gas is.
The one that pumps the fuel.
Yeah, but we're just doing a nice little Sunday drive. It's been a little while since I've been to Russellville. I've been hitting a lot of the smaller towns like Paris and Boonville and Danville and all that other stuff here lately. I ain't been over to Russellville in a minute.
Oh man, how about on Friday when we came to town? I drove all the way to Lowe's, first time ever, no GPS.
Oh, nice.
I went, I knew right where to turn, I knew right where to go, and then went all the way down and busted that left by Harbor Freight and went right on in there.
Yeah, I'm in Russellville all the time, no GPS needed. So, but yeah, the vibration on this thing, it's about like it was. So hopefully the Chevy can last long enough that the transmission comes in. They are going to change out my torque converter too. That is something I asked, because the thing about it is once those transmissions starts going out and you get all those metal shavings and they get to running through that torque converter, they can flush it if they want to. You ain't never getting it all out. Just it's not happening. And they said it comes with the whole assembly kit and everything. So a lot of people have said, why don't you just go to a U-Pull and get a transmission and stuff like that, because it's under warranty.
Man, use that warranty.
Yeah, it's up under warranty. And
let me get that new.
I've had some people say, oh, you just need to drain it and screens and all that other stuff. No, the transmission shot. I mean, they wouldn't have approved it through the warranty if it didn't need a transmission.
And you know what? That's a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
I don't want to help you do that.
Yeah. Yeah, which I've changed out a lot of transmissions.
Have you?
My day. Oh yeah.
Man.
When I used to race Mustangs, Ford's used to be the one that was known for like the transmissions going out.
Okay.
Now it's Chevy. These Allison transmissions that used to be like bulletproof are no longer bulletproof. Nothing really is anymore.
Too many electronic.
But yeah, I've changed out a ton of transmissions and stuff in Mustangs and old Ford trucks and stuff like that back in the day when I used to race Mustangs. So I can mechanic, guys. Don't get it twisted. I've pretty much done everything except for rebuild an engine from ground up.
Right.
What I hate about mechanicking is figuring out what's wrong.
Okay, diagnosing
and then, yeah, buying parts and
yeah.
Like if it's upgrading, like when I used to race Mustangs, like adding stuff to make my stuff faster and stuff. I used to love that stuff, like customizing your car and stuff like that. I actually, fun fact. One of my dreams used to be to have a car audio and customizing shop.
Okay.
Because I always was real good at like doing systems and speakers and all that other stuff in all of my cars. I used to, at like 13, 14 years old, I used to hook up all the systems and stuff in my older brother's friends' cars and stuff. I always just had a knack for that kind of stuff and loved it. And so that was a long time ago dream of mine. And, it's no longer my dream.
Right.
But back when I was younger and really into the car scene, that was kind of my dream. But I used to race Mustangs. I always had like nicer cars and stuff like that. Not necessarily new cars, just nicer cars. Right. I would always customize. I used to tint my own windows. I know I was about 28 years old before I ever paid somebody to tint my windows. I always tinted my own windows, stuff like that. So another little skill that I got that I haven't showcased on this.
Haven't had to utilize yet.
Yeah, and I don't like mechanicking at all now.
I don't either. I hate it.
I'll do it if I have to, if I need to, but I try not to. And being that my truck has 58,000 miles on it, I'm not going to. The fact that I'm having these transmission issues with only 58,000 miles on there it makes me like wonder, okay, so what, 50,000 miles, the next one's gonna go out? Like,
right.
And when it's out of warranty, you know? But,
kind of makes you want to just get a different truck.
Yeah, but I don't want to start over. And I got something in the works behind the scenes that's going to take care of a lot of the heavy lifting on Come On Mountain here in about a month.
Okay.
Where the Chevy's going to take a back seat to that kind of stuff, and maybe that'll help it last longer.
Right.
You know, you got to be easy with these Chevys. You know, I'm a Ford guy.
She's delicate.
She's delicate. I like the way it looks and stuff. I'm just not a Chevy guy, but it is what it is. It's what I got, and as long as it runs good, I don't care.
You know, I assisted in changing out 2 transmissions only. Once when I was much younger, when I was about 16, I helped a friend of mine who him and his dad was completely rebuilding a truck of theirs, and they loved it and they were all into it, and I was just a wrench fetcher.
Yeah.
And then a few years ago, I actually helped old Gumby over there with our friends at Junk the Gems, and he changed out a transmission in a semi. And man, let me tell you what, I helped him for 3 days on that transmission, and by the end of the day, I told him to never ask me to help do another transmission ever again.
Well, it's a catch-22 for you. You're a little guy, so that's actually a good thing in some scenarios of mechanicking.
Right.
Because you can get into places us bigger guys can't. Problem is you're a little guy, and you can't get some of them bolts to break that need to break on some of that older equipment. So it's a catch-22. Me, I would love to. I always had a dream of restoring like a 60s models, like a 65 or something like that Mustang.
Okay.
Because like I said, I used to race Mustangs, and over the years it's changed, and now I would like to get an old Ford truck, like a 50s, 60s, even earlier, honestly. But a 50 or 60 range truck, and restore it, and that's the type of mechanic I'd like to do, where you're like restoring something back to its former glory,
you know,
and you buy new parts and stuff like that.
I may not have that much of an issue if I'm doing it out of fun or out of project. But maybe just the pressure of knowing, like, you have to do this, like, you have to get this done.
Yeah, when it's your primary vehicle, it changes things. And you probably wouldn't have as much trouble too, as long as it don't have instructions. Because I seen your heater video.
Let me tell you what, guys. I'd like to touch base on that heater. Number one, I will do a whole video showing you the instruction booklet. Number one, it never one time tells you in the instructions what goes on the exhaust, what goes on the intake. None of that. It didn't show none of that. And in their defense, I did not go to the website and try to investigate it any further. I did this review video just as if I was getting it. I didn't have any internet, and let's just say I was in the mountains like I am and just needed to hook this heater up. I went off of what the instructions said. So because of, once again, you awesome subscribers and viewers in the chat has let me know that the one tube the brown is actually for the intake and the metal was for the exhaust. I now know that. However, it did not say that in the instructions whatsoever. So yes, if it doesn't have any instructions, I'll probably.
But now that you said it out loud and you think about it, it makes sense.
It makes perfect sense. Absolutely, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. 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 I have found. Oh, don't come across the road there, boss.
Oh, that's major jaywalking.
I have found that Mike don't like to follow instructions too well. He might like to follow them. He just ain't the best at following them, because if it's got instructions, Mike struggles with it.
There were literally no instructions about the exhaust. It was like, okay, here are the parts, figure it out. Yeah. So I gave it a shot, guys, and you know what? Sometimes that first shot, well, you miss.
The best thing that I've seen Mike put together since he's been up here on the mountain so far with the least amount of problems is the gorilla cart.
The one you helped me on?
The one I helped you on. And I will say, I absolutely love that gorilla cart. I wished I had one.
That gorilla cart is awesome.
That gorilla cart is amazing. And even though I got a tractor and everything like that, there's so many uses I can see for that gorilla cart. Especially in areas that Uber can't get to.
Right.
It's just, and also I'm about to do some raised beds and stuff like that. So a gorilla cart is definitely on my keep my eye on thing with pricing and stuff like that. Right. I would like to get me one of those gorilla carts, because they're built real good. They're as advertised.
Yes. Listen, I'm talking about, I had so many blocks and brakes in the back of that sucker.
Yeah.
And it was pulling. And it pulls with ease. I pulled all that stuff from my house up to the top of the mountain.
You got like 5 cop cars over there around that car.
4. Dang.
Is this where you got
Yep.
What's happening?
Duval's is where I got our shed. This we already came through Dardanelle.
So this is where you actually got it?
Yeah, this is where.
See, I'm thinking about something like that too.
I like that with the building on the back. Yeah, man, I like that.
Make a carport right by the. Okay, y'all made it this far. I'm gonna spill some beans. I'm actually shopping for right now.
Oh, I can't believe he's gonna
similar to what they put over their camper. One of those big canopy things.
Yeah. Nice metal carport.
There's two styles that I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about what they got, but I want to bring the metal all the way to the ground. That way the 2 ends are open, and that way if I ever want to close off the ends and put a garage door on it, big garage door, I can. And actually turn it into an enclosed storage for the vehicles, stuff like that, or a shop or something in the future. Because you never know what your future's going to hold, especially out there. It's like, as I always say, it's a game plan, not a set plan. Or they have one like I just seen there that it's enough to fit like a truck and a car in, or an Uber and a truck in, but then the other half of it is actually like a little building.
Yeah, the back half of it has a door and it goes into it. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be something cool. It could be like my studio. It could be a tool shop or all kinds of stuff. So I'm gonna see what the prices are on that stuff while we're in town today. And I mean, this is our day pretty much, now that we're not doing the fire, because we was actually set up to do the fire today and run to town.
I even left Uber parked over by the grapple.
Yeah. So pretty much that ain't gonna happen. We'll probably get the grapple on Uber today, because with it raining tonight and tomorrow, that stuff's dry enough. I think if I use some diesel, I can get it to start.
Right.
Let's just let it burn in the rain, and keep it burning. Hopefully, that's the goal, anyways. But this needed to happen. We needed to get to town and make sure that we got everything that we need for being stuck on the mountain.
Are you going to T-Mobile first?
Yeah, we'll go to T-Mobile, then Lowe's, or T-Mobile, Harbor Freight, Lowe's. Yeah, see, we got, and then plus we got stops on this side of town.
And then we can circle back around this way.
Yeah. So, wanted to go ahead and get some supplies. He wanted to get some stuff so he could start working inside the shells
in the show.
During this rain and stuff, and I needed to get a couple of things because I want to also work in the pump house during this rain. I know I announced yesterday that the review video is not going to come out tomorrow, and I'm sorry about that. It's unfortunate, but it's a ton of work. I'm telling you guys, I got this one right here that can confirm what I was talking about yesterday.
All day.
I've been putting it in. I've been putting it in behind the scenes, and also trying to keep the videos on schedule for all the channels as well. But there's been so much behind the scenes stuff. Oh yeah,
and with the rebranding.
Yeah, with the rebranding and all of that. Since yesterday, guys, my bonfire store with all my merch. When I made this video yesterday, I had one sweatshirt that was in 2 colors, like t-shirt stuff like that, just basic colors. I didn't know that you could set up the 5 colors for them to come in and stuff. I went back in last night, really started working more on the store and creating more merchandise and stuff like that. Now we have coffee cup, we have hats, we have sweatshirts, hoodies, premium t-shirts, all of that other stuff. Pretty much I've designed everything that they offer.
Right.
Well, there is a bag. There's like one of those grocery bags.
Like a cloth bag.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing something with that. Right now, it's all just the Octagon logo and the banner, like the mountain background with the woods and all that stuff. Tonight, I will be working on some other shirt ideals. I had somebody want me to do a Fired Up Friday one, a Keeping It Real one, and I'm thinking about, and let me know what you think. What do you think about doing a Fired Up Friday one with the heat rises?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Kind of convert those two together, because with Fired Up Friday, it kind of fits. I don't know. I'm working with some designs and stuff right now. That's the one thing that I don't like about the bonfire thing is my design options are very limited. I would like to really get more detailed in some of them. So I'm going to see how all that works and see if, because like the sweatshirts, I would have loved to have put like "come on" down one arm and like "homesteading" down the other.
Yeah, that'd have been
you know what I mean? Stuff like that, and I don't have that capability with the way that their stuff's set up. So I need to see if there's a way or a third-party one that I can link to it. There's a lot of work. It's a whole new thing for me. The last merch I had, I made, I designed. I had my neighbor that had an embroidery shop make it all, and like that. But there's no way I can do that here. It's just too much.
Yeah.
With mailing and keeping up with stuff and everything else, y'all would never get y'all's orders ever. So it's easier for me to just use Bonfire. I can't control the pricing that well. I mean, as low as everything is as low as I can make it right now with the way their pricing and stuff is right now. So I'm not trying to make a lot of profit off of it or whatever. I'm just trying to get you guys some merch. So I actually ordered one of the sweatshirts yesterday.
Okay.
In a blue. I don't know how long it'll take to get to me.
Oh, is that one in indigo color?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I ordered that one just to see the quality and stuff like that, and I paid same price you guys paid.
Right.
So hopefully it's soft and kind of like this one. This one right here.
Oh,
This is a
okay.
nice material. I'm
Right.
all about textures. I'm all about having nice materials and stuff like that. I'll pay a little extra to get the premium just because I like soft shirts and stuff like that. Work shirts I don't really care about, but whenever I'm going to town and stuff like that, I like to be cozy.
That's right.
So there's been a ton of work behind the scenes that's going on. Rebranding and getting merch was like two things that I tried hard last year to get done before the end of the year and didn't get a chance to do it. and I finalized both of them yesterday.
Right. That's a big weight off your shoulders. That's something that you can move on from.
Yep. Join me for my live tomorrow. We're going to go more into detail about the rebranding and who all was involved with it and all of that other stuff. And also, I will talk about if you have a channel and stuff like that, there's certain companies and stuff that you can use to kind of help you out with this.
Right.
My nephew has a company. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. But they was the primary force of all the design and stuff like that for all of it. Me and Mel yesterday did work about 2 hours on the phone together yesterday, fine-tuning some things and tweaking some things, some ideas that I had after the fact and after the initial logos and backgrounds were made.
Speaking of Mel, once we get back from our journey today, I actually have to go over to the 41.36 and grab Serenity.
Yeah, maybe what we'll do is while we're out, just swing by and get her.
Mm.
And it's just when we're home, we're home.
Lissa asked me if we would be able to do that, and I told her no because it would be out of the way. I just
tell her no problem. Just next time she goes does laundry. Oh,
right. Don't forget to swing on by.
Yeah. Lissa does my laundry sometimes, guys, and if she don't just do it, I pay her to do my laundry because she's already going to the laundromat, so I pay her to do my laundry, and it gives her a little spending jangle, a little something extra, or whatever, and it works out great because I hate laundry.
You actually pay it turns out to be more, but Lissa does her own little out to lunch thing when she goes and does laundry. She goes and gets her some lunch and stuff like that.
So it helps them with the expense of doing their laundry, and also allows Lissa to have a little lunch and stuff like that. And she's already there washing anyways, and I don't normally have a ton of laundry.
It literally takes no extra time, maybe 5 extra minutes, because we get to do it all at once anyways. 30-minute wash, 30-minute dry, and then whatever time it takes to load and unload. And
I normally, on average, I'd have 2, maybe 3 loads on average. Sometimes, if it's been a while, it's a little bit more.
Or a blanket, or pillows.
Yeah, or if it's a comforter and sheet time or whatever, which I changed out my comforter and sheets last night with my new sheets.
Hey, I remember one time, it was
in Bandcamp?
Let's not talk about it on this channel. We went to the laundromat, and it was our biggest load ever. It was a time where your clothes were backed up, and it was comforters, and we were doing all of our clothes and comforters. We took up 16 washers. It was all the washers, but it still only took us about an hour and a half to do it all.
That's the great thing about that, man, is laundromats are a pain in the booyaka, but at the same time, I mean, it would take you
days,
all weekend, to do what you can do in a couple hours at a laundromat. So, hey, we're passing the Japanese steakhouse that we took you guys
Sumo.
Sumo. That was some good food, but it ain't as good as mine.
The macchiatos.
I put it on the little screen or whatever, but I didn't talk about it. I put out a Fired Up Friday with old Milkiatos also.
Okay.
I did that. And it's doing okay. I haven't put a video out there in quite some time, so I wasn't expecting too much out of it.
Right.
But it's doing better than I thought it was going to do. I'm looking for the T-Mobile store.
You want me to put it in Google?
I think it's back that way.
It's a turn-only lane.
Oh. Well, we don't want to turn. It might be up here. I think it's up here. It is. But, yeah, we're going to go get this phone situated and stuff like that. But definitely go over to Fired Up Friday. If you have not subscribed to that one, definitely go check it out. And give the Milkiatos. It was some good groceries. It's kind of like a Japanese steakhouse type menu thing. Go over to Come On Homestead and subscribe to there, because YouTube is still unsubscribing people at record paces. I get emails every day about it. And I don't know when are they going to fix it or all that, but I appreciate y'all resubscribing every day that's getting unsubscribed every day. Even had YouTube unsubscribe some members on my main channel. I don't even know how that's possible. How do you unsubscribe a member?
That's ridiculous.
You know, if that ain't interaction with the channel, I don't know what is.
Hey, we just pulled up in front of a Marine recruitment office.
Yeah.
And if our friend Jason from White Rock Homestead was here, he'd go in there and mess with him. It made me think of him when I seen the thing right there.
What else? A little housekeeping, more stuff. Also, I've been trying to, on a daily basis, on the main channel, Come On Homesteading as well, trying to put something out every single day, whether it be a video, a short, pictures, or a community post, or something like that.
Catch Uncle David and Come On Homesteading on TikTok now.
What? TikTok? I'm not gonna lie,
Everything.
it's a little bit more raw than what it is on YouTube or whatever. It might be a little bit above PG-13. I'm going to use it as more of my fun type thing, just to be able to cut loose and do crazy dancing and stuff like that, and you know, use like newer updated music and stuff like that, you know, because I can't really use that type of stuff on YouTube, stuff like that. Just something as a creative little fun little outlet.
If you guys haven't seen Come On Homesteading TikTok, there is a new star on the mountain.
Yep.
She is going to be a TikTok queen. Check it out,
she
guys.
don't give a beep. Yeah, but definitely having fun with that. I know I'm gonna get a bunch of comments about that's a China thing and all this other stuff. Guys, I've been in IT for 13 years, and trust me when I tell you, if you're watching this on any device, guess where that came from? And a lot of those apps and stuff that y'all use and stuff beyond TikTok, all that other stuff, they're collecting all of it. I mean, that's just part of it. There is no such thing as your stuff being safe anymore. It's all being collected. It's just part of it. For me, it's just fun. It's a fun thing, and just like everywhere else, I mean, everybody. That's why whenever you talk about say inner tubes to go down the river, next thing you know, on your Facebook feed and all that other stuff, there's a whole lot of cool inner tubes popping up.
Remember Lissa was asking you where other places she could find music from and stuff like that, and she wrote it down, but she couldn't figure out where it was. We couldn't find out where it wrote it down. Started scrolling Facebook, and guess what I seen?
Yep.
Found it.
I'll tell y'all this, guys. The best thing that y'all could do to protect yourself from that kind of stuff right there is third-party authentications and stuff like that, like
the Authenticator app.
Yeah, Microsoft Authenticator. I think Google's got one. Different ones and stuff like that, where there's quite a few process to sign into any kind of new thing or whatever beyond just your typical two-step verification that they do.
Right.
That's your best protection on that. There you go. We've done a little bit of everything today. A little IT moment, a little bit of everything. But yeah, it's a good time, man. We're definitely trying to pump some content out here in 2024 on a lot of different platforms and stuff like that. I have Come On Homesteading across all platforms: Reddit, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook page, Facebook group, TikTok, YouTube. Pretty much
farmersonly.com.
No, don't have farmersonly.com. Don't have farmersonly.com. But yeah, so I have Come On Homesteading across all platforms and stuff, and some of them are doing good. Like my Instagram's almost got 1,000 people.
Nice.
My Facebook group and page is both over 1,000. It's like 1.3 and 1.4 thousand. And TikTok, I actually have 45,000 on that one. So I mean, they're doing good. They're building and stuff like that. I'm a content creator, so I'm trying to create content.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And have fun doing it. And like I said, with TikTok, that's my main thing with the TikTok, is it's just, there's so many filters and stuff like that. It's just fun. And I know absolutely nothing about it. I'm actually utilizing like Lissa's
been putting them up on game.
And my nieces, SKW Lifts and Life with Mars, they do a lot of tickety and all that other stuff. So yeah, working that out. So let me know what you think. But whoa, this is a long one today. 34 minutes.
Almost 35 minutes.
But I love every single one of y'all. I hope y'all are having a great day, a great Sunday. Get some rest today. Get ready for the next week. And come Monday, guys, go after it. Take a big step to y'all's goals this week. And do something huge for somebody today. Do something huge. Reach out and talk to somebody you ain't talked to in a while. Come on. All right, guys, keep it real. We out of here.